So today we're going to talk about a franchise that is dear to my heart for all the wrong reasons. So this Starship Troopers. So Starship Troopers is it's a book from the 60s, I think, 50s or 60s, and it's about this intergalactic war between humans and the bugs. And the book is completely different from everything that you've known, because the book is very anti-war. It's like you have all the characters like Johnny and all of them involved, and the book is just a different beast. It's a really good read. If you're a Starship Trooper fan, I would always recommend it, because reading that book and then going into the series it's different. It's completely different. So next I'm looking at is the movie. So Starship Troopers, the movie, came out during the 90s, and it bombed in the box office, because that's what all good movies do. And this movie was a satirical take on military and war, and it was a really good movie. And it showed the objective war between the humans and the bugs. But it missed a lot of the context from the book itself, which was picked up by this. Starship Troopers the cartoon. Starship Troopers the cartoon was a daily syndicated show that was normally on during the weekday mornings, because it was considered too mature for basic kids. And the cartoon is phenomenal. Really good. Like award-winning good. And no one talks about it enough. The only problem with the cartoon is that it never got a complete ending. It ends at a home front, and they pretty much canceled the movie, well, the TV show, before it could finish off its series. And the reasoning why is because the next properties for Starship Troopers 2, and of course Starship Troopers 3 bombed. Like bad. Like really bad. Now, the movies are, the first movie's really good. The cartoon series is really good. Well, 3D cartoon. And then 2 is kind of sort of good. You know, it doesn't have any of the main characters, but the story's pretty dark, and it reminds me of like an Aliens movie. But 3, meh. But here's the thing, 2 and 3 are adding things that are in the books that are slowly getting back to the series, whereas the cartoon covers pretty much a lot of stuff that's in the book. It doesn't follow the book like word for word, obviously, but it talks about the skinnies, it talks about planet hopping, it talks about how the war is affecting people, all that kind of stuff. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this pretty much shadow dropped a few months back, Starship Troopers Extermination. Now, this game was in production for a while, and pretty much to give you an idea is that it's like Helldivers, but it has humans and bugs. And it's kind of funny because I'm not sure which came first. Like, me, I just want to assume that Starship Troopers was in production longer, because that's kind of how they roll. They always like make their game, like they make their stuff like it takes a lot longer for them to do their thing, because they drag their feet. And it just makes me assume that Helldivers is based off of Starship Troopers, because it is, in a sense. It definitely takes a lot of inspiration from it. And I know the creators have talked about it a couple of times. And it's just interesting seeing them side by side, because the Starship Troopers game could have been phenomenal. Really phenomenal, but Helldivers beat them to the punch. People loved Helldivers. Helldivers had a lot of these same Starship Trooper themes, talking about like military first and all that kind of stuff. Like, all that's taken from Starship Troopers. And it's interesting. The reason why this is pretty neat, because this dropped out of nowhere, and a lot of us were like caught off guard by it. And it plays pretty decently. It's a fun shooter. It kind of sucks because you have to be online at all points in time, and there's not really much of a story. But I mean, we got plenty of media, I guess. So there's no real complaint on that. But what that led into is that they just announced they're rebooting Starship Troopers. Now, I don't know completely if it's going to be a movie, if it's going to be a series, if it's going to be a movie-based series, or what. I know it's not a cartoon, so I will never get an ending to this amazing show, but at least I'll get more Starship Troopers. There have been Starship Trooper projects over the years that kind of like no one really knew about. Like, they had the Starship Troopers animes, they got some OVAs out there, and they got some additional Starship Troopers stuff that you can always look into. But I've personally never seen it, so if you've seen it, let me know how you feel about it, because I've been debating if I want to get into it or not. But the franchise is really good. It really deserves more credit than what it gets, because I mean, it's really well written. It's really nice. It's a fun watch. Obviously, it's not for kids. Or I would not recommend that for kids. But it's kind of sad to see the franchise like get neglected over the years. But it looks like they're actually trying their best to bring it back. And me personally, I will gladly support this series, because I love Starship Troopers, and I really feel like Starship Troopers deserves more. It really deserves more, and I think there is no better way to give this series credit than to bring this back, bring it to a new audience, have the older audience from the 90s and 2000s really get to enjoy the carnage and the madness and the war, the brain bugs, the skinnies, all that fun stuff. Just bring it all back. Bring it all back. Like, I'm not always a fan for rebooting franchises. Like, I didn't like the new Prince of Persia. It's like, I don't like a lot of the new Star Wars stuff. Like, I'm not a reboot fan. I'm really not. But there are certain franchises I feel like they didn't really get to finish or do more of what they should have done, and it never really got to end on a good note. Like, if you told me Ninja Turtles was never being brought back, I'd be like, okay, cool. Well, they've had a good run. They've had a bunch of good series. But if you tell me they're rebooting like Sky Surfer, Strike Force, or Cops, I'll be like, oh, bring it in here. Bring it in here. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Screw everybody else. I will hold that franchise up. But this series, I really feel like more people should get into. If you have this game, and you want to play this game, you just message me, because I will gladly defend you from the bug race. I will do it in a heartbeat. You may be on your own for those flamethrower bugs, but the regular arachnids, I got you. All right, fam. Talk to you later. Let me know how you feel about Starship Troopers, and let me know if you're excited for that new Starship Troopers drop, because that would be cool in my opinion. I would really, really love to have more Starship Troopers. All right, everybody. Peace, and talk to you tomorrow.